we've been toying with the idea of starting an Always Wondered hotline. I wonder how that might work out. Hello, Always Wondered hotline.
Hi, I always wondered why stop signs are red.
That's a great question. Red typically has been associated with danger, and since red has the longest wavelength on the visible light spectrum, it often is the first color seen at a distance. So that makes red a logical choice for a stop sign.
Thanks.
Always Wondered hotline.
Hi. I always wondered why A is the first letter in the alphabet.
Our alphabet is a descendant of the very first alphabets, which used symbols to signify what was important in early civilizations. Livestock, houses, water, things like that. So the letter A is derived from the symbol of an ox. In fact, upside down, an A kind of looks like the head of an ox.
Oh yeah, it does!
So the fact that the ox head was the first symbol in their alphabet, it gives you an idea of just how important oxen were to those ancient cultures.
Thanks, that was strangely informative.
Hello, thanks for calling the Always Wondered hotline.
Yes, I've always wondered if dogs wore pants.
Huh?
Would they wear them on two legs or all four? Hello?
Yeah, we'll have to get back to you on that one. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep doing things the way we always have been. So with that in mind, welcome to the podcast that answers some of the questions you've always wondered about.
It's the Always Wondered podcast.
Hi, I'm Rick Peterson. Thank you for joining us. Okay, you've been up too long. You're still at the office. The hour is late. Your brain is holding on by a single thread made of espresso and sheer willpower, and you could swear the stapler just winked at you. So what happens next? Your hands go to your eyes, and you start rubbing like you're trying to reset them to factory settings. But have you always wondered, why do we rub our eyes when we're tired? It's like we're trying to summon a genie from our tear ducts. But there actually is some science behind it. When you're tired, your blink rate goes down, which means your eyes don't stay as moist and comfy as they should. They get dry and irritated. It's that my eyes feel like sandpaper feeling. So your brain, always the overachiever, goes, "System override." And boom, your fingers go straight to your eyeballs like they're on a mission. Now, the scientific explanation would be,
by rubbing your eyes, you stimulate tear production, redistribute fluids, and improve visual clarity.
In layman's terms,
you're rebooting your face.
And rubbing your eyes also activates the vagus nerve.
Didn't Captain Kirk battle that thing on Star Trek?
No, the vagus nerve helps lower your heart rate and blood pressure.
Oh.
And let's be honest, there's something weirdly satisfying about rubbing your eyes. You find that right spot, and suddenly you see 1,000 tiny fireworks explode behind your eyelids.
It's indescribably beautiful. It reminds me of the 4th of July.
So it is part science, part comfort, and part subconscious effort to mash the human version of the refresh button. But here's an important safety tip. If you rub your eyes too much, they'll likely file a formal complaint. You can increase eye pressure, cause irritation, and even mess with your corneas. And as your eye doctor will tell you,
your eyes are not Play-Doh, buddy.
So the next time you feel sleepy, maybe skip the face mashing, reach for a glass of water, a cold compress, or here's a revolutionary idea. Hey, just go to bed.
The Always Wondered podcast.
Okay, I think our next topic calls for a dramatic intro.
In a world divided, in a land where buns run deep, one question has torn apart families and turned lunch tables into battlegrounds. Have you always wondered, is the hot dog a sandwich?
Yep, this one is always controversial. So let's set the table. A sandwich, according to most dictionaries, is something made with 2 slices of bread and stuff in the middle. Turkey, cheese, peanut butter, and jelly, all safely tucked between a bread hug. Now, enter the hot dog. It's got meat, it's got a bun, it fits in your hand and your mouth, sometimes both at once. So by that logic, it should be a sandwich, right? Well, cue the arguments.
Of course it's a sandwich. Meat plus bun equals sandwich. End of story.
And the opposing side?
Forget about it. A hot dog is a hot dog. It's tradition.
Believe it or not, even the U.S. Department of Agriculture has weighed in on this topic. They define a sandwich as
a meat or poultry filling between 2 slices of bread, bun, or biscuit.
So technically, yes, the government considers a hot dog a sandwich.
Told you.
But here's where things get spicy. Unlike most sandwiches, the hot dog bun isn't fully split. It's connected, hinged, more of a bread taco.
Yes, it's what we like to call a mono-bread vessel, thus placing the hot dog somewhere between a taco and a submarine sandwich, both of which could be classified as the other, as it were, on the pseudo-sandwich scale.
Yeah, don't worry, I don't understand them either. But it gets even more confusing, because according to the Cube Rule of Food, which classified foods based on where the starch is.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing. Look it up.
Okay.
Bread on one side, toast. Bread on two sides, sandwich. Bread on the bottom and two sides. According to the Cube Rule, the hot dog is indeed a taco. So final verdict, is the hot dog a sandwich? If you're a structural purist, no. If you're a legalist, quoting the USDA, yes. If you're just hungry, who cares? Pass the mustard.
It's the Always Wondered podcast.
Does this sound familiar? You're in a boring staff meeting. The supervisor is droning on, and someone finally says,
"Hey Bob, love your PowerPoint on Q4 synergy, but just cut to the chase. Are we all getting fired, or what?"
It's a phrase we hear a lot. But have you always wondered, what is the origin of cut to the chase? Well, our story begins in the glitzy, overacted world of early Hollywood. Back in the 1910s and 20s, when movies were silent, mustaches were curly, and every actor had so much makeup on it looked like they'd seen a ghost, action films were all the rage. And the real crowd pleasers? The chase scenes. But here's the thing. These movies often spent a lot of time on dramatic romance plots and comedic side bits before finally giving the people what they came for.
Oh, Clarabelle.
Oh, Stephen.
Oh, Clarabelle.
Oh, Stephen.
Audiences were like,
For crying out loud, we get it. You're in love. Now get with the program, Steve, and jump off that moving train.
So movie directors and studio execs were under pressure to keep things short and thrilling, and they began using the directive,
Cut to the chase.
literally. Snip out the slow stuff, jump straight to the high-speed action, because nothing says cinema magic like someone leaping from a moving vehicle onto a moving horse while reloading a pistol in a tuxedo. By the 1930s, cut to the chase had sprinted off the editing floor and into everyday language. It became a polite way of saying,
That's all good and fine, but I don't really care. Now get to the good stuff.
we love the phrase because it's blunt, it's efficient. And let's face it, if most conversations were movies, they'd be 90% fluff and only 10% plot.
Now, in Moby Dick, the whale symbolizes so many things. Nature, revenge, capitalism, the deep-sea trauma of...
Yeah, whatever. Cut to the chase. Does he kill the whale or not?
So the next time someone's monologuing about their cat's gluten intolerance and you're late for lunch, channel your inner 1920s film director and proudly say,
Cut to the chase.
because we believe every story deserves a thrilling finale, preferably one where someone jumps onto a moving train. Yeah, while wearing a tuxedo.
The Always Wondered podcast.
Well, that is going to wrap up this episode. We appreciate you hanging out. New episodes come out each and every Friday, and don't forget to subscribe, too. Future You already did, and they said it was a solid life choice, so go for it. As always, we leave you with one to ponder. Have you always wondered, why is pizza round, delivered in a box that's square, and eaten in triangles? Not sure if that's a culinary riddle or an 8th grade geometry quiz. Could be either one. So until next time, stay curious, keep wondering. I'm Rick Peterson. Thanks for listening.
The Always Wondered podcast. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, and a review. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you pod. Feel free to offer suggestions for future topics or simply reach out to alwayswonderedpodcast@gmail.com.